Welcome to the official podcast series by POTENZA, where innovation meets insight. In this series, we dive deep into the world of SAP, explore the power of robotic process automation, and unlock the true potential of data analytics. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, a business leader, or just curious about the digital transformation shaping our world, you're in the right place. Tune in, stay curious, and let's explore the future of enterprise technology together. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube for more powerful insights. Now, let's get into today's episode.
Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're plunging into a topic that's really essential, I think, for anyone navigating the future of work.
Process and automation. Absolutely key.
We've got this article, Mastering Process and Automation Beyond 2025. Lots to unpack.
Yeah, and our mission really is to guide you through it, pull out the core insights.
And maybe find some surprising ways companies are, really nailing this.
Exactly. Think of it as your shortcut.
Getting you the important stuff about automation now and looking ahead.
Right. So where do we start? The basics.
Let's do it. What is process automation, fundamentally?
Okay, so at its heart, it's about strategically using technology, right?
To do what, though?
To automatically handle those recurring business tasks, taking manual steps out.
So the repetitive stuff.
Exactly. Letting software handle it, which, crucially, reduces manual work and cuts down on errors.
Errors. That's a big one. So it's consistency, too.
Consistency, reliability, speed. It transforms things like routine operations, data processing, anything rule-based, really.
All done with software, minimal human input.
Minimal oversight for the core tasks, yeah. Lifting that burden.
And the article mentions this has evolved quite a bit. It's not just like basic scripts anymore.
Oh, absolutely. The evolution is really important here. It's way beyond simple task execution now.
How so?
Well, now it pulls in things like predictive analytics.
Using data to forecast.
Right, and machine learning, intelligent decision-making. The tech itself is smarter.
Okay, so it can handle more complex situations.
Definitely. More nuance, which makes it much more strategic.
Not just an IT thing, then. It's core business strategy.
Couldn't agree more. The material really stresses its role as foundational for digital transformation.
Changing how the business fundamentally operates using tech.
Precisely. Automation helps companies become more agile, respond faster to the market.
Scale up without just hiring more people.
Exactly. Scale efficiently. And maintain that competitive edge. It drives innovation, customer satisfaction, growth, basically.
Okay, that makes sense. So, strategic foundation laid. What about the tangible benefits? Let's dig into those. Streamlining operations comes up first.
Yeah, streamlining is like benefit number one. It's about knocking down those annoying bottlenecks.
The things that just slow everything down.
Right, reducing cycle times, how long a process takes, and standardizing how work gets done.
Standardization for consistent quality.
Exactly. Consistent, reliable output.
And the material throws in a surprise here. Micro-automation for maximum impact seems small compared to mastering it.
Well, that's why it's surprising, isn't it? Instead of these huge, maybe overwhelming projects.
You start small.
Yeah. Focus on small, really targeted things. A specific pain point, a single repetitive task. Automate just that.
Smoothing out those little friction points first.
Precisely. And those small wins compound. You get results fast, build confidence without, boiling the ocean.
Makes automation seem more achievable.
Totally. Then there's the big one. Enhancing efficiency and productivity.
Right. The direct result of less manual work.
Yes. You free up people's time, and the article cites a pretty compelling stat here.
What's that?
Organizations typically see productivity jump by 20–40%, sometimes even more.
Wow. 20–40% is significant.
It really is.
And that leads to another surprise. Predictive automation. This sounds forward-looking.
It is. It's about leveraging data, machine learning, analyzing history to predict when something might go wrong.
Like predicting equipment failure.
Exactly. Or maybe forecasting demand spikes and then triggering actions automatically before the issue hits.
So it's proactive, not reactive. Fixing problems before they happen.
That's the goal. Preventing downtime, keeping things flowing smoothly. It's a big shift.
Minimizing human error and risk is another benefit mentioned. Errors cost time, money.
And frustration, yeah. Automation follows the rules perfectly. Every single time.
Standardizes things.
Yeah.
Validates data.
Right. Ensures consistent execution. It just wipes out a whole class of common mistakes.
Which must lead to cost savings and better time use.
Naturally. Savings aren't just labor either. It's reduced rework, Better use of resources, faster time to market sometimes,
And that freed up cash can go elsewhere.
reinvested in innovation, growth, training, loads of possibilities.
And ultimately, does all this loop back to the customer? Better satisfaction.
Absolutely. Think about it. Faster processing, accurate info, maybe 200/7 service, consistent, reliable,
Customers definitely notice that.
big time. It builds loyalty.
Okay, so the material then breaks down the different types of automation tech. Let's start with RPA, robotic process automation,
Yeah, RPA, probably the most familiar type. It's like a software robot.
mimicking what a human does on a computer.
Pretty much works at the user interface level, clicking, navigating apps, extracting data, calculations. Great for those rule-based, repetitive things.
And here's another surprise tied to it. Combine RPA with human intelligence. So it's not about replacing everyone.
No, and this is really crucial according to the material. The best RPA setups, they create collaboration.
How does that work?
The bots handle the high-volume, predictable, maybe mind-numbing tasks.
Freeing up people for...
For the exceptions, the complex decisions, the relationship-building, creative thinking, stuff bots can't do, human intelligence is still vital.
Okay, so it's augmentation, not just replacement. What about BPA? Business process automation.
BPA is broader. RPA focuses on tasks. BPA looks at the whole end-to-end process.
Integrating different systems, involving multiple teams.
Exactly. It's about transforming the entire operation, not just automating one piece of it. More holistic.
Then there's IPA, intelligent process automation. Sounds like AI gets involved.
It does. IPA mixes automation with AI and machine learning.
So it goes beyond simple rules.
Way beyond. These systems can understand context, maybe read unstructured data like emails, make more complex decisions, even learn and adapt.
Which connects to the next surprise. Leverage AI for context-aware automation.
Right. This lets automation tackle those trickier scenarios, the ones with variability that used to need a human judgment call.
Like understanding the nuance in a customer email.
Potentially, yeah. Or pulling together insights from different places to make a smarter decision.
The article also mentions hyperautomation. Sounds intense.
It's kind of the strategic umbrella, really, combining lots of different tools, RPA, BPA, AI, workflow tools, into one big interconnected system.
Aiming for maximum automation across the board.
Yeah, maximum coverage, but also flexibility and scalability by linking everything together.
And briefly, workflow automation solutions. What's their specific job?
They're focused on the sequence of tasks, making sure work flows smoothly from step A to step B, coordinating handoffs between people or systems using triggers and actions.
Got it. Okay, so we know the what and the why and the types. How do companies actually implement this stuff successfully? The material has a roadmap. Starts with identifying the right processes.
Yeah, you can't just automate anything. You need analysis first. Look for processes that are rule-based, repetitive, high volume.
And maybe error-prone when done manually.
Exactly. Those give you the biggest bang for your buck.
And another surprise. Start with customer-facing processes. I might have guessed internal ones would be easier.
It's counterintuitive, maybe. But the article argues that automating things like customer service or order processing delivers faster ROI.
Because the benefits are more visible.
Right. Customers feel it directly, faster service, quicker answers. That builds support for more automation internally. Quick, visible wins.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But before automating, you need to really understand the current way. Documenting processes.
Oh, absolutely critical. You can't fix or automate what you don't understand deeply.
Find the bottlenecks before you build the bot.
Exactly. Map it out, see where the waste is, where the delays are. It's foundational work.
Then comes booking the tools. That market seems crowded.
It is. So you need careful evaluation. What are your specific needs? Technical requirements? How will it fit with your existing tech? Can it scale?
And that links to the next surprise. Choose platform-agnostic solutions. Why is that important?
Flexibility, basically. Long-term flexibility. The material advises against getting locked into one vendor.
So look for tools that play well with others, using APIs.
Yeah, tools that integrate easily across different platforms. Using those standard connectors, APIs, it means you can adapt as tech changes, connect to future systems without a huge overhaul. Future-proofing.
Okay, you've picked the tool, designed the automation.
Yeah.
Testing is next. Obviously vital.
Absolutely. Rigorous testing. Unit tests, integration tests, make sure everything connects, and user acceptance testing.
Getting the actual users involved.
Yes. Make sure it works in the real world, handles different scenarios before you flip the switch.
And training employees. Can't forget the people.
Non-negotiable for success. People need to understand the new way, how it affects them, how to work with the automation.
Which brings us to another neat idea: create automation champions. How does that help?
It reframes the whole thing instead of seeing automation as a threat.
You identify people who are keen.
Exactly. Enthusiastic folks within teams who get it,
Yeah.
they can then help their colleagues adapt, answer questions, troubleshoot.
And even spot new automation opportunities.
Right. It turns potential resistance into active support and ongoing improvement. Really smart.
The article shares some great real-world examples from POTENZA clients. It's good to see this stuff in action.
Yeah, these make it concrete. Like Hatton National Bank, they automated equity and margin settlements with RPA,
Complex banking stuff, what was the result?
eliminated bottlenecks, slashed settlement times, boosted accuracy and compliance. Huge win in a critical area.
NDB and DFCC banks too.
Similar story. Scalable, intelligent automation for things like customer service, loan processing, reporting, better speed, accuracy, happier customers, all while staying compliant.
Then there's AIA Global Insurance. Sounds like a big project.
It was comprehensive. Policy processing, claims, customer service, they even integrated with older legacy systems.
Those tricky older systems.
Yeah. They used intelligent document processing, automated underwriting support. Result, processing times cut by over 60%. Imagine getting your claim paid that much faster.
Wow. And Haley's Business Solutions tackled sales commissions. Always a headache.
Notoriously complex, they automated it, integrated data sources, handled complex structures, made reporting transparent, manual errors gone, processing time down from weeks to hours. Big morale booster for the sales team, I bet.
GTN Sri Lanka in telecom.
Used RPA across the board, customer service, billing, network stuff, handle high volumes, complex billing, led to better customer satisfaction, lower costs.
And Haley's Manufacturing also automated sales commissions.
Another example, different sector, integrated with their ERP, sales systems. Slashed processing time by 80%, eliminated errors, improved team satisfaction with timely payments. These stories really show the tangible impact.
Okay, great examples. Let's wrap up with the best practices for making sure automation actually succeeds long-term.
Number 1, according to the material, establish clear goals. Obvious maybe, but critical.
SMART goals. Specific, measurable.
Exactly. Align with the overall business strategy. You need to know what success looks like.
And related to that, another surprise. Set behavior-based success metrics. Go beyond just ROI.
Right. ROI is vital, but this approach says also track the human side. Are people adopting the new process? Is their work satisfaction improving? How's the customer experience changing qualitatively?
Measuring the broader impact, not just the dollars.
Precisely. Then, engaging employees. We touched on this, but it's listed as a core practice.
Keep them involved throughout.
Absolutely. Ensures the solutions fit the need, builds buy-in, reduces resistance, makes it their solution too.
Continuous monitoring and improvement is also key, not set and forget.
Definitely not. Automation needs ongoing review. Optimize it. Adapt it as business needs change. It's a living thing.
Seamless system integration, making sure it all works together.
Yeah, thinking about how it fits into your existing tech landscape during design. Data flow, security, scalability, all crucial.
Which connects to the final surprising approach, design for future integration.
Build that flexibility in from day one. Modular design, use APIs, don't create isolated automation islands.
So it can connect to whatever comes next.
Exactly. Makes it easier to leverage new tech down the line. Future-proofs your efforts.
And finally, making sure the automation can adapt when business processes themselves change.
Because they will change, right. Your platform needs to be flexible enough to handle modifications without a total rebuild each time. Adaptability is key.
Wow. Okay, we have really gone deep on mastering process and automation beyond 2025. Pulled out a lot from that source material.
We covered a lot of ground. What it is, the benefits, the different tech types, how to implement it, those real-world stories.
And those 10 surprising approaches really added another layer, didn't they? Micro-automation, predictive systems.
Starting with customer-facing stuff, creating champions, designing for the future. Yeah, some really practical, insightful angles.
And these aren't just, abstract ideas. They're things companies are doing now. Driving efficiency, cutting errors, saving costs.
And importantly, improving customer and employee experiences.
A key theme that kept coming up was that this isn't about replacing people, is it?
No, the material strongly emphasizes that. It's about enhancing human abilities, creating collaboration between people and machines, each playing to their strengths.
So success needs that strategic view, careful planning, involving people, and always learning.
Absolutely. It's a continuous journey.
So Here's maybe a final thought for you, the listener, drawing from what we've discussed.
If the most effective automation really is about humans and machines collaborating, what does that mean for your role? How can you be part of designing that collaborative future in your own work? Something to think about.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the POTENZA podcast series, where we decode SAP, automate with RPA, and analyze with precision. We hope you found today's conversation insightful and inspiring. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more deep dives into the technologies transforming tomorrow's enterprise. Got questions or ideas for a future episode? Drop them in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time.